If you have ever told your child to go study and been met with a blank stare, you're not alone, me included. Studying is a skill, it's not automatic. And for kids with dyslexia, it can be harder because of executive function challenges, things like organization, memory, and time management. But here's the good news. There are strategies that work, and today I'm sharing my best tips for teaching study skills to kids with dyslexia, so studying actually makes sense to them. Before we dive into strategies, let's talk about why studying feels impossible for many kids with dyslexia. It's not that they're lazy or don't care, it's that traditional study methods aren't designed for the way their brains work. Here's what's going on. They have memory challenges. They may struggle to retain large amounts of information. Their processing speed tends to be lower. It takes longer to decode words and process meaning. They have organizational struggles. Keeping track of notes, assignments, and due dates can be overwhelming. And lastly, they have focus issues. Many kids with dyslexia also have ADHD or difficulty sustaining attention. So what do? We teach them how to study in a way that works for their brains. First, use multisensory study techniques because reading alone won't work. If your child is just rereading notes, that's not studying. Kids with dyslexia learn best when more than one sense is engaged. Here's how to do that. First, color code. Highlight key concepts in different colors to organize information. Second, use mind maps. Use diagrams and visual webs instead of linear notes. The third would be hands-on learning. Write info on index cards, cut them up, and physically rearrange them. The more senses we engage, the better the information sticks. The second study strategy is to break information into chunks because memorizing a whole chapter is overwhelming. Many kids with dyslexia struggle with working memory, meaning they can't hold too much information at once. So instead of cramming, break studying into small, manageable chunks. Here are a few techniques. The first is the Pomodoro technique. You study for 15 to 20 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. Repeat. The second strategy is to learn one concept at a time. Cover one topic per session instead of bouncing around. And the third is teach it back. Have them teach you what they learned. This helps it stick. Less is more. It's not about studying longer, it's about studying smarter. The third effective study strategy is to use audiobooks and speech-to-text tools because reading fatigue is real. If your child is struggling to read their study materials, let them listen instead. Use audiobooks like Learning Ally and through Bookshare. Use text-to-speech like Google Read and Write, Speechify, Voice Dream Reader, etc. Also, record the notes and let them listen back instead of rereading. Studying should be about learning the content, not struggling to read it. The fourth obvious yet often overlooked strategy is to create a distraction-free study space because focus is everything. Dyslexia and ADHD often go hand in hand, so setting up the right environment is key. Try these. Noise-canceling headphones. Block out those distractions. Let them use fidget tools. Small, quiet fidgets can actually help with focus. And incorporate movement breaks. Let them walk around while they're reviewing notes. The goal isn't to make them sit still, it's to create a space where their brain works best. The fifth strategy is to use mnemonics and memory tricks because rote memorization often won't work. Memorizing random facts is tough for kids with dyslexia. Instead, try these memory hacks. Use acronyms like, for example, PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, for math order of operations. Use rhymes and songs. Set information to a melody. Use visual stories. Turn facts into a crazy story. The weirder, the better. These tricks make information stick in a way that works for the dyslexic brain. And the last strategy is a huge life skill, but it really applies to study skills. And that is to help them manage their study time. Time management is a skill that is even hard for adults, but add weak executive function skills, which is typical of those with dyslexia, and it's a whole new challenge. If the test is 3 days away, help them break that time into manageable study chunks to make the test material less daunting and something that we're not cramming for last minute. Start to teach tools like Google Calendar, where we color code dedicated study times. Then, when practiced, this is a skill that they will start to manage on their own. And it's a life skill that they will take with them into college and adulthood. The frustrating truth. Schools don't teach kids how to study. They expect them to just figure it out. But for kids with dyslexia, that's not realistic. The good news, once they learn the right strategies, everything changes. They start to feel capable, confident, and in control of their learning. But let's be real, teaching study skills isn't easy. And if your child is struggling, that might mean that they need a deeper intervention. Dyslexia on Demand provides expert, individualized dyslexia therapy. We use research-backed methods tailored to your child's needs. We empower parents to advocate effectively in the schools. So if you are ready to give your child the tools they need to succeed, let's connect. Visit dyslexiaondemand.com or comment below with your questions because we're here to help. Every child can learn how to study. The key is teaching them the right way. If this video was helpful, please hit like or subscribe, and let's help more kids succeed.